Hossein returned to steel armor shelter, expecting trouble from Qin Shan as he had disappeared for so many days. However, he did not see Qin Shan at all. Not just Qin Shan. There was almost no one on the streets. The entire steel armor shelter seemed empty. Finally seeing a man hurrying through the street, Hossein quickly stepped forward and asked, "Friend, what's happening? Where is everyone?" Quote, "It's you, ass freak." The man recognized Hossein at first glance. Hossein rubbed his own nose. "Friend, can you tell me where everyone went?" Quote, the man was very easygoing. He smiled and said to Hossein, "Where can they go? To the martial ring, of course. This year's martial arts contest has already begun. People are talking about it in God's sanctuary and on all the planets in the Alliance. You don't know about it?" Quote, "Ahem. I have been sick recently and almost missed such a great event. Can I still register now?" Hossein asked. "Haha, you must be hiding from Son of Heaven," the man smiled. "Hurry, you can still make it." "Thanks so much for the information." Hossein thanked the man and trotted back to his own room. Putting away the package full of mutant black stingers, he hurried to the martial ring in the shelter. There was no doubt that the martial ring was the most magnificent building in the shelter. It looked like the Colosseum in Rome and could accommodate at least 100,000 audience. What was different from the Colosseum was that it was built with metal, which made it look like a steel monster. Hossein ran to a gate of the martial ring. There was a gate every 60 feet around the round martial ring and each one of them could be used to access the ring. Now, almost everyone in steel armor shelter was already in the martial ring. Hossein picked a gate at random and placed his palm on the metal gate, where a string of numbers suddenly appeared. 88,888. Hossein was surprised and then realized this must be his code as he should be the 88,888th person to enter the martial ring. The martial arts contest was also arranged according to these codes. Only those entering the martial ring for the first time would be assigned this number. So the next time he came in, there wouldn't be a second number. As the metal gate opened, Hossein went through a path that felt like a tunnel. When he came out, he was in a venue larger than where the Olympics were hosted. The stands were full of people. Above the ring floated a huge crystal stele full of groups of codes. There were 100 codes in each group, which meant these 100 people were arranged in the same match. Hossein had learned at school that the martial arts contest in each shelter operated automatically, and humans couldn't interfere in it. The preliminary round was conducted in groups of 100 people, and only the last one who stayed on stage was qualified to go to the next round. This was indeed a strict selection, since so many people had registered. The match had only come to group 50-something on the third day of the preliminary round. So Hossein probably wouldn't have to do anything until tomorrow. Hossein looked around, searching for Qin Shan and others. Before he could find Qin Shan, he ran into Son of Heaven's gang. "Don't let me see you in my group, or you will be dead." Luo Tianyang stared at Hossein coldly. The last time they met, he was frightened by Hossein, which was a disgrace to him. Son of Heaven also looked at Hossein gloomily. Although he did not say it, Hossein knew from his look that he would try to kill Hossein at all costs if they were in the same match. "I'm afraid I have to let you down. I do not intend to participate in the martial arts contest," Hossein shrugged and said. Hossein will certainly participate, but in Dollar's name, so that he could show his real strength. "You are unworthy to be called a man. Shame on you," Luo Tianyang said contemptuously, setting the whole gang in an uproar. Son of Heaven ignored Hussein and walked past him. While he was walking, he smiled and said, Qin Shan, you have improved again. It seems that this year you will still be the champion. You are flattering me. Don't forget that dollar is also in steel armor shelter, Qin Shan said casually. Hussein turned and saw Qin Shan, Yang Manli and other major members of the steel armor gang. Yang Manli was frowning at him. After talking to Qin Shan, Son of Heaven led his gang away. Qin Shan gave Hussein a look, while Yang Manli said coldly, Originally I thought you were just timid. But I did not expect you to be such a coward. You don't have a man's dignity and backbone. After she finished, Yang Manli went away with Qin Shan without looking back. When Liu Hongtao passed by Hussein, he patted Hussein on the shoulder and smiled. Hussein, you did the right thing. A man can take temporary setbacks. A euro step back to enjoy a better view, right? There is no need risking your life. But anyone could see Liu Hongtao's disdain and contempt. It was all written in his face. Other members of Steel Armor Gang were also somewhat disgusted by Hussein. Those who were able to enter the core of Steel Armor Gang were either military school students or recently enlisted soldiers. They certainly despised such cowardice. Hussein did not explain anything. Everyone thought he didn't want to participate because he was afraid of Luo Tianyang, which worked in his favor. No one would then question why he did not participate or why he wasn't there when dollar appeared. I do not care how others see me. The most important thing is that my family and I can have a stable life, Hussein thought to himself. Starry Group was so powerful that he didn't have the resources to counter them at the moment. If Son of Heaven knew he was dollar now and tried to harm him in the alliance, even he wasn't afraid. What would happen to his mother and sister? I need to be more powerful. Hussein came out of the martial ring. Looking down, there was no point of staying as it wouldn't be his turn today anyway. After he teleported to the teleport station on planet Roker, Qin Shan stopped him there and called him to her office. You are afraid of Son of Heaven? Qin Shan stared at him. Her eyes were like daggers that could pierce his thoughts. Yes. Hussein nodded a euro, he had to be afraid. Hearing Hussein's answer, Qin Shan didn't show disappointment but continued to ask. Because of your family? Quote.